here with the big boys tonight. So we'll see who's gonna pull out the magic carpet out of this race. What do you think, Marco?
Evening, Full Throttle Racing fans. Evening, Willem. Unfortunately, we do not have Sheldon with us tonight. He is unfortunately experiencing some power outages at his home. Hopefully the government will let us get our main tonight. You're with us, and we are here at Hungary with Tier 1 Racing. And I see clear blue skies, Willem, in tonight's race. Hopefully it stays the same. I can't see the clouds just yet, but it looks like clear blue skies.
Sorry for that. I think my mic was on mute. So yes, we've got a full lineup today. We've got a few absentees today, but that's not to bother. We still have got a full grid with 17 drivers. Seeking up to 2 drivers that's going to be eliminated at the end of this round. So Wizards Rule, DBR sitting at 16th and 17th. So I think everyone at this stage has got a big challenge ahead of them. So we'll see what's going to happen from there.
Yeah, Willem, and we have a few races missing tonight. I see we are missing Vos in the Alfa Romeo. We are missing Kedongs in the Red Bull. And Divan again not with us tonight. I think Divan is falling behind a lot of missing all these races now. I think his rivals like Lee van Rooyen and Jacques Lagrantier, who's come up now in the last race, I think they're pulling away from Divan. He'll have to get back into that racing car. Okay, at the moment we have Lee van Rooyen out on his outlap. We have It's Burnout going out. It's Me Buddha, Nick Yushin and GJ Bueta. The rest of the guys still sitting in the pits.
Sorry for that again. I seem to see that this mute button is not working correctly. So I see we got a lot of people out on the track at this stage. But we have a few people that's going to sit and spectate what everyone's going to bring to the table. So what tyre strategy are you thinking are they going to use tonight, Marco?
Willem, in our race, it was unfortunately dramatically ruined by the rain. I started on a soft and went over to a medium. The softs go very quickly on this track, in my opinion, the way I experienced it. So if I were the guys, I would say start on a medium and then go to a hard, one-stop strategy. What do you think?
Yeah, I also think the one-stop strategy could work out very well because it's such a short track, so you don't need to stop that much to replace your tires. But I can say that the medium to hards can actually benefit you in the long run, but if you're more of an aggressive one-on-one driver, I think the softs will do you good, but you need to spare it as well. And I think people should watch out their petrol usage as well. Yes, it is a short track, but it can consume a lot of petrol if you don't keep track of it.
Nick Gishin there setting our first lap of the evening and gives us a 1:23.9.
That's actually a very good time. I see GJ Bueta also there with a 1:20. So I see the guys are getting a feel for the track at this stage.
Yeah, I think the times will have to drop a lot from in the one. Now in tier 2 we had 1:17.4. I'm not gonna say who got the pole position, but yeah, I think tier 1 will have to give us that 1:16 mark. And Eugene retired from session already. But I don't know if you saw anything.
Unfortunately, I did not see anything over there from Eugene's side, but I am scrolling through to see what's going on. See, a lot of people are out on outlaps at this stage, but They must try and give each other some space as well. You don't want to overcrowd the track at this stage as well.
Yeah, I see a Renault going off track and almost taking out another car. It's me Burnout is cutting some grass and now he's on the gravel. And now those tires will be red hot. Willem, let's just take this time to look at where we are in the season in Tier 1 racing at the moment. A few guys have not scored any points at the moment, and I would love to see them score some points tonight. Guys like It's Burnout, Rishan, GJ Buerta, Force 13 and Savage Moses all have not scored a point yet, so I would love to see them scoring some points. I think you missed us last week in the race and the commentary, but I had a big commentator's curse. I don't know what's going on with It's Me Burnout, but he is into the pit wall. It looks like those soft tires are... He's now finally getting into the pit lane. I think that front wing is definitely damaged.
Yeah, I think a person should just stay cool-headed at this stage and just recollect yourself and just go out with a positive attitude, because if you're going to have a negative attitude at this stage, you're just going to wreck it for yourself. So I would just refuel, re-engage new tires and go out for another flying lap.
100%, because we have 12 minutes still left, and and there I see Savage Moses almost colliding with someone. I think Tier 1 guys are red hot today. They want to race in qualify 1 already. Willem, I see Lee van Rooyen and now Barry's gives us 17.5, so that's very quick. I really hope we see something under 117 tonight from someone in Tier 1. I'm gonna call it and say I'm looking at a 116.5.
Yeah, I also think there's a lot of fast laps that's going to come out of this race, because the Tier 1 guys, they're driving without restrictions and they've got manual gearboxes just to push out that little extra of RPM out of the cars. And with the no brakes, everything like that, there's certain characteristics. Oh, Savage Moses pulling up a 16.7.
And there we go.
Yeah,
rapid pace. That's already...
That's a beautiful lap time from Savage Moses. I think guys like Barry's and Lee van Rooyen, at this stage, they're trying to just see at what certain sectors can they push out more times. And I think guys who are sitting in the pits as well, they can also see where they can improve themselves from where they've practiced during the week as well. I see JC Lagrange is going out for his first lap with a pumpkin helmet. I think if we had moderate to mild helmet regulations, then I think that would have been allowed in the real F1.
Yeah, Willem, that pumpkin head was flying last week in our race. Jacques Lagrange, he dominated last week's race in my opinion. He
Definitely
was my driver of the day. He out-qualified the guys in Q1, 2 and 3 if I don't...
We got a spin out from Savage Moses. Oh no, Tiger Bolt. Sorry for interruption. Got a spin out from Tiger Bolt there. I think Tiger Bolt's trying to push another lap. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can... Sorry, what did you say, Marco?
Yeah, just getting back to Jacques Lagrange, I think he dominated last week's race. In that Q3, we were almost screaming, me and Sheldon, because it was him and Lee going for that pole position. Lee took it away from him, and then Jacques just came back and did an even faster lap, which we never thought it would beat the first lap he did. So yeah, I think we must maybe follow him on his fast lap and see what time he can give us.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I see, yeah, we shouldn't just forget about guys like Wizard, GJ Buerta, Rishan, Manu, and I see Avalach is not still, hasn't gone out yet. One of our... Oh, just talk about the devil himself. He's going out on his first lap there. I see his teammate Nam Bulldog is out there, giving each other some space there on the track. So, yes, I see JC Lagrange is also there on a fast lap, if I'm not sure. Yes, he is. So let's hang on with him and just see what he's doing. And yeah, you see this corner they're going in there is very, very tricky. And then you got this long bank over that goes all the way up. Then you got this zigzag from right to left. Yeah, but I also think, Marco, that turn there with that left to right, I think if you don't grab it correctly, your whole lap is gone with it.
100%. No, it's a tricky track, especially in the race. Qualification is completely different, and he's purple sector 2. I think Jock is here heading for that first spot again.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, it's a tricky track, especially in the race, because there's not a lot of room for overtaking. So yeah, I hope we have a clean race tonight and not too many retirements. Let's see what Jock does.
And Jock is second.
Okay, so Savage Moses still leads the way, but still 116. So we have two drivers now breaking that 117 mark, which I feel was very quick. But yeah, I think, are we looking at 115? Because we know guys do not show their true pace during Q1.
Yeah, I'm on board here with DBR. He's with the Racing Point team there. He's also not set up a lap time yet. But I'm also very curious to see what more of the middle group guys like. Oh, we got a spin out there with Senior Ghost. I think that's a write-off. Oh, no, it's Rishan.
Rishan and then
was disqualified. And Ham Bulldog.
Not sure what happened there.
Okay.
They will not be happy.
That's very unfortunate at this stage.
Just getting back to what you just said, I feel a lot of guys, I say it every week, we have a lot of fast guys in Tier 1. Me and you have, in previous seasons, we have raced with some of these guys. We know how fast they are. I feel some guys still just haven't had the luck and have not shown what their true race pace is. Qualifying, yes, you can be fast. I can be an example of this. You can be fast in qualifying, but if you don't have race pace, it's not going to work out for you. And Mr. Avilach is purpling sector 2. I'm not sure what he did in sector 1. Let's see what time he gives us.
Let me just get to his name over there. Okay, he's coming around the last corner. I'm not too sure with what time he was standing.
Oh, and he goes very wide.
He still keeps the time, 117.4. Puts him fourth, but I wouldn't say it's not something I would break my head over at this stage. But
I see Tiger Bolt went third with also 117.2, also a very fast driver, always in the mix. If he starts from 10th or if he starts second, he's always up there on the podiums.
Yeah, well, let's see what Wizards Rule's going to do with this. I'm actually very curious to see what his teammate Eats Burnout's also going to do. See, they're struggling with some traction issues because mostly they were spinning out earlier. So we're going to see what, maybe it's an error setting that's maybe not correctly, maybe a diff setting. It can either be your setup that's not correct.
Well, I'm just going to try and get Nam Bulldog into our chat party to just hear what happened there, if there was a crash or something, because I see Nam Bulldog and Rishan is out of the session.
Yeah. I'm on board with Manu now, just to see what he's gonna do here. Things look a bit shaky at this stage, but he's going quite quick. He's also in the middle of the pack. I see that Wizard's First Rule is also going very, very fast around this track. He's at the 136 range at this stage, so that is quite quick. Especially the sector 2, Marco, you can't imagine this is very, very difficult at a certain stage to practice as well.
Yeah, sector 2 definitely the hardest part of the track for me, with a lot of turns and twists. Just riding on board with GJ Buerta, I think he must just try and use those curves a little bit more. We know for a fact how much time that gets you. So just be a little more brave and just ride those curves and get that extra few milliseconds on your time.
I see Wizard Rule staying in 9th place. A lot of guys are climbing the outside of that curve there at the last corner. So it's an indication that the grip levels are not where they are supposed to be at this stage. Got 3 minutes left on Q1, and the standings are as follows. We've got Savage Moses sitting there with a Ferrari. We've got JC Legrandsie with a Rocket Williams team. We've got Tyke Bolt with Racing Point in 3rd place. Avelach from Haas sitting at 4th. Paris at 5th. Lee van Rooyen 6th. Nick Guschen at 7th. Manu at 8th. Wizard's First Rule at 9th. It's Me Buddha sitting at 10th. Senior Ghost at 11th. GJ Botha sitting there at number 12. It's Bernard at 13th. DBR at 14th. You see, with the guys not being inside here, I just think it could have been more competitive to see who's going to fall out and who's not. So then guys could have actually arranged better lap times. But the guys are just sitting comfortably now because they know there's only 14 guys at this stage.
Yeah, so everyone is automatic going through. Willem, we have Nam Bulldog in the chat party. Nam Bulldog, can you hear us?
I can, guys.
Oh.
How are you? I don't know what happened there. We just want to find out, was there a crash? Is it an internet problem?
No, it's not an internet problem. It's the second race in a row now that Mr. Rishan has made a complete fool of himself. He came from the grass right in front of me. I had the purple sector going through. I came around the corner and this oak just entered the track in front of me, and unfortunately my car's wheel came off.
Oh, that's horrible luck. Yeah, we spoke about this in the start of the stream. A lot of guys driving erratically. We had Wizard First Rule on the grass and spinning out, so I think the guys must just calm down and remember qualification is still, you can still be penalized in a qualification. So definitely, luckily you have your 2 race stewards in commentary tonight. So me and Willem will definitely already have our hands
no comment
out for us. Yeah, so Nam Bulldog, luckily this is now a chance for you to maybe get a victory from 15th place and show these guys really who's top dog in this league.
I don't think it will be a problem with the Ferrari though in France.
I've got a horse, brother.
Oh, with the horse, sorry. I'm so used to with the Ferrari.
No, I'll give it my best shot. Let's see where I can come from last. See what happens.
We will definitely be following Nam Bulldog just to see if the comeback is on and trying to improve. Luckily you have a lot of race space, we know this. And yeah, I also want to say, every week I say we have a lot of fast guys, and you and Nick Guschen are probably one of the big examples of really fast guys, but every race you just have bad luck, and here again it's really bad luck. Really hope the season turns around and you can get some much needed points.
Well, yeah, it's very frustrating for me at the moment. Every single race so far, something happened, somebody drove in front of me, or something happened, and it's just, you get to a stage where you don't know, is it worthwhile carrying on because your nerves can't handle it, man. But I'll give it my best, guys. Let's see what happens.
Good luck, Nambu.
Okay, France, enjoy.
Watching.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Cheers, thanks.
And Willem, that is the end of Q1, and luckily we are going to have 14 drivers going to Q2 if I have my rules and regulations correctly.
That's 14 guys, yes. So we're going to have 14 guys going through to the next round of Q2. Q2 is going to be basically your preliminary setting for what tyre you're going to start the race with. And I think a lot of guys can't see the formidable future. It started to rain last week with us in Tier 2 at the end of the race. It actually started to rain at Q1, so you don't know where the rainfall is going to be. But if anyone can send us a nice weather report there from the garage side on the group, we'll appreciate it. But furthermore, it's clear sunny skies here on the track. I can't see any problems with that. So quite eager to see what the guys are going to do in Q2. Maybe some are going to try to redeem themselves from this current qualification. But, it has to go from there.
Yeah, I think most Tier 2 drivers don't want to hear anything about our race on Monday. I think the only two drivers who are happy about it is our two Haas drivers who did very well. But yeah, I think Q2 is going to be interesting to see who does what on which tire, because yes, you want to maybe start on a medium, but these tier 1 drivers are so fast. You can be on a medium and these guys are on a soft and you get kicked out of Q3, so it's going to be very interesting. Don't know if they will gamble on a medium. Guys like Baris, who I know is very fast on any set of tire, and I see it's something that runs in the family because his brother Warlock in tier 2 is just as good on any set of tires. I was trying to catch him in our race, so something in that family tells me they are tire whisperers, so we will see what Baris choose to do.
Yeah, I've got the sound of some few cars going to leave the pits at this stage. Okay, I
Movement in the
see it's a Mercedes garage and a Ferrari garage. Maybe it's going to be Senior Ghost going out first. I see he's struggling a little bit with his internet issues here, coming and going with the session. But let's see if he can stick in for this few minutes and just get a clean lap in here. Got Paris going out.
Another guy, Senior Ghost, who has a very good racing mentality. Almost reminds me of Ayrton Senna in the way he defended in Austria, which raised a little eyebrows, but if you want to be the best, you can't just let people pass. Saying that, from the two Ferrari guys who our friends in commentary tier 1 think we give a lot of team orders. But yeah, Willem, that is a talking point. I think teamwork, if you look at the Constructor Championship in Tier 1, it is very tight at the top.
Yeah, especially with these guys, the points difference at this stage is very, very slim. And I think a lot of guys, they're not just competing for the top 5 or the top 10, they're all going for the first position, just to push themselves out of that nitty-gritty position where they are at this stage. But I can bet you the guys are going to try and put in some good times here. And as far as I can see, a lot of guys are going out with the softs and the mediums. So it's a topsy-turvy situation for a lot.
If I look at the constructor position 1 to 4, there's a 10-point gap between position 1 and position 4. So the racing Mercedes, I think that's wrong. Sorry guys, because it says Racing Point Mercedes, and I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, I'm on board here with GJ Botha. He's purpling the first sector here. There's a lot of guys that has gone out. So, spun out there, lost the front wing. He must just safely return onto the track. Another 2 cars coming here. And yeah, well done. Clean return. Just hop back on the saddle and see where we can go from there.
And I see Senior Ghost is also facing against the wall. Oh, I hope he checks that, and spinning out and cutting all the grass out of that part of the track. The groundsman here at Hungary is not going to be happy with Senior Ghost cutting and going on his grass.
Yeah, at least I don't have to spend the money on that for this week. I got It's Me Buddha going out for his first official lap. Let's see what he can actually do with this. It's on a brand new set of mediums. And we both know that the softs and the mediums, they can go very, very quick. We've got a Nick Gishen doing a 118. That's actually very good with the mediums.
Yeah, Willem, so it looks like the guys are going for a medium. We have almost more than half of the pack going on a medium, except for its Burnout, Tiger Bolt. Alvilach is on a soft, Senior Ghost is on a soft, GJ Botha is on a soft, and DBR. So those guys can definitely get to Q3 easily if they just do a okay lap, because these other guys on the mediums will not have as fast of a lap time.
Yeah, I totally agree. I see I haven't actually enabled a lot of these things at this stage. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I forgot to put the map on the stream, so at
Yeah,
least we can
viewers,
know.
excuse us if we have a little difficulty. It is our first time being in the driving seat. Usually our wonderful Sheldon is in charge of all the technical stuff, so this is the first time, and Willem luckily put up his hand with his amazing internet that some of us do not have, just to get the stream going and give you guys the quality commentary you deserve in this wonderful FTR league.
I see Lee van Ryn's also going for another fast lap here. He's setting up to come around this back straight. Okay, I
think
don't think it's
something
going to
went.
be fast there because he's already at a 111 at that corner, so I think he's slowing down. Maybe he's going to come in. Let's go to the next one.
Baris goes fastest on the mediums with a 118.3. That is also very fast on the medium.
And we've got its burnout on a 124.7. That puts him at 4th place. Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are going to try and use this mediums with what they practiced with as well. And oh, we got Wizard's Rule that went out there. Oh, that's actually a formidable corner to where a person can go out. I think he clipped that inside corner and just went for it. I can see on the top right there was some debris laying there, so he had to just spinned it out a little bit too much. Oh, well, he's going to start at the back of the grid, so we're going to see what Wizard's Rule's going to do with this. He's got a time of 120.4 at this stage that I can see that's on his name. I'm not sure if it is enlisted there, but we'll see what happens.
Willem, I think Savage Moses just purple sector 3. Let's see what he does. He goes second with a 118.1. Also on, and saying that, we have Tiger Bolt, who's on the softs, where you just mentioned that they can be safe easily, does a 117.8.
Yeah, I think that the soft tires is your only ticket to stay in the top 10. If you see you're not going to make it with the mediums, just go grab a pair of softs. That's the only thing that's going to save you at that stage.
And Willem, you just said Lee van Rooyen looked like he slowed down, but still gets a 117.9 on a set of mediums. Yeah. That is crazy in my mind.
I'm on board here with Avilach on his out lap. We'll jump back to him as soon as he starts his lap. I'm seeing he's in the back of the circuit there. Got Senior Ghost going on a fast lap here. Clipping the corner very wide there. It's mainly using himself there to catapult himself up that corner. Just to get that extra few k's an hour through that. But sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
And Willem, our resident pumpkin head, Jacques Legrand, he just did a 117 a set of mediums.
That's truly amazing. That's a formidable lap time. I must say, well done, JC Legrand.
I hope these other guys can match this, because then I do not want to know what his time is going to be on a soft if he puts it. I cannot stress enough how much he dominated last week's race. Like I said, qualifying the race, it was a breeze for him. I hope for a little bit of a competitive race tonight for the lead. Maybe some rain in the action. I know I had the commentator's curse going full today. Last week. My apologies. That's why I haven't mentioned the two Renault drivers. So luckily this time Wizard cannot say it was my commentator's curse. But yeah, luckily its burnout is in the pits, but he's one of the guys I said I really hope he scores some points tonight. I think he deserves a good qualification and a good race without any bad luck. In the same boat as GJ Botha, also a guy who's now a seasoned campaigner in the FTR league, who's also not had very good luck. Really hope today is the day where they score good points.
Totally agree with you. We got Avila crossing the line here. Where will they put him? 4th. It puts him at 4th again in Q2. Oh, well, is he going to put this time with 6 minutes left? Then he's going to start the race on these mediums as they are. A lot of guys have to look after these tires as soon as they've done with the time. I would rather look after the tires than actually trying to see if I can get to the pits a faster way. But yeah, we got to see a lot of activity on the track at this stage. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars, 6 cars at this stage on the track. So if it was me, then if it's me, Buddha and DBR, they must come with the lap time here. There's 5.5 minutes left, and the cutoff line is until Manu. So Senior Ghost, Wizard, who's unfortunately out, and It's Me, Buddha are on the chopping block here.
Nick Gishin gives us a 1:17.1. If I'm not mistaken, that is the fastest time so far in qualification. So Nick Gishin just flexing his muscles a little bit in that Toro Rosso.
I see Senior Ghost is also going out on another fast lap. So let's wait and see what he can do there. It's Me, Buddha is also on another flying lap. It's coming up on this backstretch. Let's see what he does on this time when he goes over the line.
I think Senior Ghost and Beats Me Buddha really have to be in the top 10 on a set of softs.
Yeah, it's a guarantee, because It's Me, Buddha is not someone that will give you a slow lap time. But he's coming around the corner with standing at 1 minute 11. Let's see if he can pull that car around and give us a 1 minute 16 or 17. 1:18 puts him 5th. I think that's comfortable. What do you think, Marco?
And yes, 100%. I see Senior Ghost pulled out of the lap and he's now slowing down a lot. His ERS is at 28%, so I don't know if he's going to have to build up some ERS. And I see his softs are already 3 laps old, so if he qualifies and gets a fast time on these set of tires, he's going to already have a soft tire that is a little bit worn out.
If I was Nick Gishin, I'll just go sit down, have a smoke break, and just pat yourself in the back. That's a very good time, especially on softs. A 17.1. We were all hoping for the 116s, but I think it will happen on Q3.
100%. I think it's guaranteed with the times these guys are giving us. I think 1 to 6 is maybe safe, Willem. I think we're going to cut it off at 1:18 flat. That would be my cutoff to make sure that you are safe.
Yeah, I think, a 1:18 flat or 1:18.8 or 1:17.8, sorry, will be a comfortable time. I don't think that times are impossible though. I can't really remember what times I've accumulated from last weekend, but this, especially from this point, a person can do a lot better. I see a lot of guys are coming in now. We've got another 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
100%.
So,
GJ Burta is supposed to be out trying.
Yeah.
Okay, he's in 10th, so if I were him, I would maybe get back on track and just try and improve on that thing.
We still have DBR on the track.
Yes, and someone who's in a great form of racing at the moment. Every week he gives us consistent performances. He has 1 race win in the league. Just scoring a lot of points for the pink Barbie car. And we said it last week, me and Sheldon. Great team at the pink Barbie team between Tiger Bolt and DBR. Here they are always in comms with each other. Saying that, Willem, I think this is the time to maybe introduce to the viewers that we are going to have a new feature coming into the FTR League, where we're going to have race engineers on Tier 1 and Tier 2. So, I don't know if you want to explain or...
Yeah, I just say that last bit again. Sorry, man. I was just reading a comment here.
No problem. I'm still going to explain to the viewers. We're going to have, in Tier 1, we're going to have, let's for say example, the Red Bull team is going to nominate or get someone from Tier 2 to be their race engineers. Someone who we can, as the commentary team, can invite into our chat parties and just chat on where the guys' mindsets are, how they're feeling about the track, a little bit of their strategy in the race. Not giving away too much, because there are guys who listen to the live stream while they're racing. But yeah, and then the same for Tier 2, where Tier 1 drivers are going to help, which is going to be a lot of help for the Tier 2 drivers. So yeah, we're just adding new features to the FTR to make it even more watchable and enjoyable for the viewers.
I think it's going to be a much more interactive process from a driver's perspective and especially a viewers as well. So they can actually understand what's truly going on while we're in the race itself, with the team engineers giving a much more technical aspect of what's actually going on, how we are, what are we talking about, what are we communicating for, what's our perspectives, etc. But I think it's going to be very fun. There's a lot of mentorship that's going to come through from the tier 1 guys to the tier 2 guys. And then it can go vice versa as well. Like if you share advice, share this, share that, you guys can share a lot of tips that can actually further yourself in the league at the end of the
3
day.
seconds left, Willem, and Senior Ghost goes over the line.
He doesn't cut it. He's out for Q2. Manu is out for Q2 and DBR.
Willem, I think Senior Ghost just made it over the line. I think he just charged it ERS. He's at 80%, so he is the only one.
Okay, sorry man.
He is on his last lap. This is do or die for the the Ferrari team, because I see Senior Ghost is the only Ferrari left on track, with Rishan being disqualified from Q1. So let's just see what he does.
He does an invalid lap. So yeah,
That's
Senior Ghost, sorry.
Let's hope he doesn't. Yeah, Willem, we said they those soft tires are 3 laps. He's on the 4th lap on him and gives the viewers a few donuts in the Ferrari. Well done to Senior Ghost. Nothing better than seeing a Ferrari do a donut or two. But yeah, Willem, maybe just pushing it too much. We all know the frustrations of pushing that a corner just a little too much and then getting that invalid lap.
Yeah, you know, it's just that fraction of a second that you want to get out of that lap. But you know, if you're going to push it, I'll rather push the car where I know I can push it too. Because if you're going to push it over its limits, it's going to punish you very hard at the end of the day. And as you can see, an invalid lap or a spin out is usually the results of pushing your car a little bit too far.
And Willem, we have a few big surprises in going through to Q3. I see It's Me Burnout and GJ Buerta have made it to Q3. I'm very, very glad for the two drivers, the Renault and the Toro Rosso driver. Losing out is DBR, Manu Dietrich and Senior Ghost. We just saw did an invalid lap. Manu Dietrich and DBR may be a little bit disappointed. On the mediums, maybe it cost them going to Q3, but yeah, we'll see what Q3 gives us.
Yeah, you know, especially with Q3, everyone's going to stick on brand new softs and just go all out. But I must say that you mustn't lose focus of the race ahead. You must also always conspire with your teammate of where you're going to be on track. What do you guys expect? Who should you look out for? Who's to be avoided? There's a lot of things that, especially me and you, talk about when we do a race event like this. There's sometimes we stay quiet for like a long time, or we actually talk a lot, but there's a lot that happens behind the scenes as well.
Yes, the tier 1 driver said it in the tier 1 commentator said it in our tier 2 race, that number 1 rule of Formula 1 is beating your teammate, but you have to work together if you want to be up high in the Constructors' Championships. If one driver is getting pole positions and the other driver is getting last position, you will never get to the top. As where you have two drivers who score 4th place or 6th place, they always are in the points.
Yeah, you see, now we've got guys like Lee van Rooyen and Tiger Bolt and Avilach and Nick Gieshan and Barry's. They're going to go a lot faster, and you know, you got your midfield guys like GJ Buerta, It's Burnout, and a lot of other guys in this pack here that's also going to try and push themselves. But I must also say that they must try and give each other at least a little bit of gap here, so that everyone can have an equal opportunity in having a fastest lap. But we'll see how this Q3 goes.
100% what you said there. Maybe just wait. I already see 4 drivers very close to each other, so let's hope they give each other space. There is a big track and enough space for everyone to do the fastest lap, because that's why we watch Formula 1, is to see guys go very quick. So let's hope they give each other space. I see a Racing Point and a Alfa Romeo already racing like it's the race. Tiger Ball just giving the Alfa Romeo of Savage space to go past. Willem, predictions, who do you see coming out on top?
You know, I'll probably see after the first few laps what's going to happen, because a lot of people would rather wait it out than do their fastest laps now and to pull something out of the hat. You have to really go over that extra mile. I'm on board here with Nick Gishen, our previous qualification title holder, let me rather state it like that, or fastest lap holder for Q2. So let's see what Nick Gishen is going to do here. I think he has the momentum, he has the rhythm of doing this track correctly. It takes a lot of rhythm. I don't know about you, but there's certain corners you have to take the correct way. Otherwise, the whole lap goes with it.
100%. I mentioned earlier, clipping the right curves, knowing which curves are unsettle the car, where another curve is there for you to use and get that extra bit of track. So yeah, it's a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of being brave, and yeah, flexing your muscles to the fullest.
Yeah, I'm gonna see only 4 guys on the outlap at this stage, with Nick Gishen included with that. Everyone is out except for GJ Botha, which I think is a smart move. I'll probably go out at 4 minutes, because then everyone is done with their outlaps and the track is a little calmer at that stage as well.
Yeah, if I look at the track, luckily the drivers did give each other now space. I see a Williams driver and Alfa Romeo, and that Alfa Savage Moses gives space for the Williams driver to pass. Willem Lee van Rooyen has purpled sector 1 and sector 2, I believe. Oh no, he's busy with sector 2. And Nick Gishen gives us our first time of qualification number 3, and it's a 117.4.
And Tiger Ball doing a 116.7.
Our 116.
That's fast.
That's
fast.
very fast.
I don't know where these guys come with this lap times.
And Mr. Jacques Legrand gives us a 116.5.
There we go. Your prediction has come true.
Yeah, and this is a good strategy from Jacques. I think his strategy every qualification is first goes out quick, does a very quick lap, and then he just sees what the other drivers does, and then comes out again and just smashes the lap again. Lee van Rooyen gets a 137. I think something went wrong in his lap, maybe backing out of the lap, because I see his ERS is at 70%, and now he goes all out trying to get the best lap time he can. Yeah, a few very slow times, Willem. I think the guys just braking and give each other space. Savage Moses, Baris, all of them did not do a very quick lap. Something must have happened there.
Yeah.
Just giving each other space.
Yeah, I'm on board with Avilach here. He had an invalid lap on this previous lap, so I think he's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go all out to the wall with this one. So let's see what he can do with this lap. Oh, JC Legrand bettering his time with a 16.2.
Are we gonna look at a 115, Willem?
If we want to beat records or world records tonight, we might as well do it tonight and get it over with. It is being recorded for those 100%. Who want to break a record. You're more than welcome. Wink, wink. So, yeah, I think this is actually a race league that breaks records as well, by the looks of things. See Avila coming around the second last corner, turning into that long right bender from going onto the long straight. You know, your power output at there is very important as well. And he puts himself 7th. Oh no, he's going for another time now. I don't think that was his fastest.
Willem, I see Baris is now in third position on a 117 0.16. Willem, I don't know about you, but it baffles my mind. And last week it was the same with Jacques Legrandie and Lee van Rooyen. I know how much I push the car and trying to get the best lap I can. For these guys to have this fast lap, a 116.2 and a 116.7 from Jacques and Tigerbolt, it is extremely fast, and I do not know how they get the speed out of these corners.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's untenable to think of how fast you have to be to get a time of 16.2. All that practice that has to go with it, especially your setup as well. And I don't think if your setup's not going to play with, then you might as well just wash the tires for them for that whole race weekend.
100%. Practice makes perfect.
So at the 5-minute mark, we're standing at first place with JC Legrandie with a 116.2. Tigerbolt there with a 116.7. Well done, guys, with the 116s. We've got Barry's at third place with a 117.0. We got Lee van Rooyen as well with a 17.0. Savage Moses standing in fifth place with a 17.3. Nick Kishen with 17.4. Avilach with a 17.4. And It's Me Bernard with an 18.2. I must say, It's Me Bernard, it can better. I think there is a lot that can better in that instance, but well done for going all the way to Q3. We're still waiting on It's Me Buddha on his outlap. GJ Botha also on his outlap. They've got a lot of space in between each other, which is very good. You see, this is what I predicted I would have done to have a clean track like this. It's the perfect circumstances that you actually really want for such fast laps.
But will they have enough time? If you mess up one lap, Willem, then your second lap you'll have to push it to get a second lap in. Because yes, if you did a fast lap, you'll have to build up ERS again, trying to beat your previous time. And 3 minutes 50 seconds left. It's do or die for GJ Botha and It's Me Buddha. Well, not die. You'll be 10th place or 9th place, but and I see Jacques Legrandie is still out, Willem. Maybe trying to get that world record you were speaking of.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think my mic was off once again. Probably a considerable amount of time. But Savage
Willem,
Moses.
GJ Botha just purpled sector 1.
Don't lie. Let's look. GJ Botha is actually on an absolute fly here, sticking very tightly inside that curbs there. The car's sitting very well on this track, and I see he's going flat out to that back section there. Marco, what do you think he's going to do with his lap time?
Well, let's hope he stays clean. I'm almost sure I saw purple sector 1, so sector 2 was not purple, but let's see if he gets this back in sector 3.
Yeah, I think he's got a very fast one here. Where is he going to fall out to? He's going to 8th place with a 17.7. He sits right under there from Avilach in 7th place with a 17.4.
GJ Botha will be very happy with that. Another guy who puts in a lot of practice. He practices with us, the two of us, a lot. Also a very good friend of ours. Yeah, I would think he would be very happy. He's up there. I think he is improving every race. We all know in the FTR league, internet and lag issues is a problem for GJ Botha. Same for me on our lovely main internet provider in our country. But yeah, I think Botha will be happy. He's with Avilach, who is a very fast driver. So if GJ Botha can keep it clean and stay out of the crashes, maybe in the start he can jump up a few places. Drivers was still out is Baris on an out lap, who I think is going to try to go for that pole.
Nick Kishen is retired from the session. I don't know what's going on there. but he's still stuck there on 6th place.
Jacques Legrancy just did a 1:15.6. I think the guys can go park in the garage. This pole position is taken. But saying that, I'm not going to jump the gun like last week. Lee van Rooyen is on an outlap, and no offense to our other tier 1. I think Lee van Rooyen is the only driver who can beat that time. So let's maybe follow Lee van Rooyen. He just started his lap.
Oh, I said JC Legrancy just hit the wall there past turn 1.
Well, he can hit the wall and go and sit on the grass and have a nice cup of lemon tea because he...
I'll even bring it for him as well.
Yes, 100%. He must just maybe rest his... wanted to say his hands or his eyes, not sure there. But Lee van Rooyen, I don't think he purpled sector 1. I just looked away.
So he did a 15.6 there. I see the Hungary world record at this stage was done. I think the last one was done for 114.1, and the previous record was 115.6.24. So
Lee van Rooyen purpling sector 2. Willem, sorry to cut you in.
No problems, no problems.
Are we in here for a late surprise from Lee van Rooyen?
Let's wait and see here. Going in third place.
I think this
Barry's
first and second. The first.
Sorry, Barry's stealing second place there. Under our noses.
Flying under the radar, Barry's gives us 116. And yeah, I think that puts Barry's in a very good position if he can make it out of corner 1, because like I say every week, he is a guy who can go a long way on a set of mediums or a set of hards. Really looks after his tyres well. And yeah, Willem, I think we have our It's Me Buddha's coming into the pit, so his qualification is over. Baris is still out, maybe building up ERS, I'm not sure. Let's see if he is.
Now he's also coming in, yeah?
Into the pits. And Willem, we have our top 10 for the race. I think you must just take our viewers through our starting lineup.
Yeah, we got on first place JC Legrancy with an absolutely immaculate 1 minute 15.678. Sitting Barry's there at a 116.5 in second place. Lee van Rooyen in third with a 116.7. We got Tiger Bolt there with a 116.7 as well, 0.86 in fourth place. Fifth place we got Savage Moses, Nick Hushen in sixth. Seventh place Avila. Eighth place GJ Buerta, well done with that. And It's Burnout, and followed by It's Me Buddha, sitting with a 118.5. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting race, especially with a lot of guys used 2 sets of softs here, so you can either help yourself by only using a 1 set, which was good, but I think like all methodical creatures, how every story starts with turn 1. So let's see how this turns out. I think this is the most anticipating time for all races, is when it comes to this.
Yes, this is when the heart starts pumping and the sweat in the hands starts flowing. Just trying to get it out of that first corner without an incident.
So a lot of guys are going to start off with the mediums now, and they're going to go with a long run into this. So we'll see how that will favor a lot of drivers at this stage.
I see a little bit of clouds, Willem, at the moment. Does it look a little overcast to you?
I don't have it on my screen yet. I'll quickly give that an assessment as soon as I see it. Waiting for a lot of people to load in here at this stage quickly. So I loaded into the race now. We got a... This is now with the formation lap going off here. Yeah, I see the track is quite dark at this stage. I haven't had a look at any clouds. But what do you think, Marco?
Willem, I hope, listen, for entertainment's sake, when rain comes, we saw in Tier 2 how it changes the race completely and turns it on its head. But luckily, I think the caliber of these drivers in Tier 1, I think the rain will not affect it too badly. We'll have an odd crash or a spin or a skid there, here and there, but yeah, let's hope the rain stays away and we can have a fast race. But yeah, I think, Willem, if Jacques Lagrange gets out of corner 1 without an incident, I think it's going to be very hard for the drivers to catch him with open air in front of him. So guys like Barry's and Lee van Rooyen will have to get a very good start and try and get to that first corner before Jacques Lagrange and give him a fight, because we saw last week Jacques Lagrange got past the first corner and it was smooth sailing from there.
Oh yeah, you see, I think it all depends on that first corner, but it's like you said, it becomes smooth sailing after turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, then everything just becomes like a force of habit. As the guys coming in close to the last piece of this formation lap, everyone is setting up, thinking to themselves how they're gonna launch themselves off this first starting line. But let's just go through the top 10 names quickly. It's JC Lagrange at first place, Barry's at second, Lee van Rooyen in third, Tiger Bolt in fourth, fifth Savage Moses, Nick Kishan at 6, Avilach at 7, GJ Botha at 8th, It's Burnout at 9th, and It's Me Buddha at 10th. Then we've got at 11th DBR, 12th Manu, 13th Senior Ghost, 14th Wizards Rule, Nam Bulldog at 15th, Eugene S44 at 16th, and we've got Rishan at number 17, right at the back of our grid. So as we're waiting for the guys to follow up, we're waiting for the green flag to just raise at the back of the grid, so we can have the 5 lights to just drop down and give us the start to this race. So, any predictions? What do you think, Marco, will happen through this first corner?
Willem, like I said, I think I'll let you go do the start and then I'll just give you my
prediction. Okay, let's just quickly focus on this. The guys are very anxious at this stage. We've got no red lights at this stage. Let's quickly watch. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Go!
Drive-through penalty for GJ Botha already. Lot of lag going on.
Yeah, we've got, let's see this first goal.
Oh, and we already have a...
We've got Barry's going out there. We've got, let's quickly go to the back. Nam Bulldog, 5-second penalty there for severe collision. Let's quickly go to the back of the pack. We've got East Burnout in the wrong direction. Barry's is out at this stage. We've got Eugene S44 climbing on there a lot. Yes, Marco?
I think these 2 Renault cars, I'm not gonna curse them, but I think these Renault cars are a little bit of curse, because these 2 Renaults always have the bad luck of being involved in someone else's crash. So losing a lot of places is It's Burnout, and Nam Bulldog, who jumped a lot of places already. I don't know if he was involved in that accident. He has front wing damage, so he maybe was involved. His bad luck continues.
You know, especially at this stage, they should just concentrate on the current form of the race where they are now. But the best performance at this stage, I must give it to Nam Bulldog, going up 7 places. With that followed DBR in 5th place, gaining 6 places. We've got Eugene S44 all the way from the bottom. Now he's in 11th, gaining 5. And then Rishan at 13th place, also at that stage going up 3 places. But I'm here with Tiger Bolt at this stage. You see, Tiger Bolt, JC and Lee, they're going to pull a big lead on this group at this stage. So I can see, Avilach taking the inside. DBR and Avilach having a nice battle here between each other for this 4th and 5th position.
Management.
So let's see how this is going to play out. But yet, if you have battles like this, you should always keep in consideration that you've got a long road ahead. This is only lap 2. play it clean, play it constant, and keep focused. I think that's the most important thing at this stage.
Willem, it's interesting. Tiger Bolt is on a set of softs, so now is the time for him to get that first position, try and build up a lead on Jacques Legrand. He cannot afford to stay behind Jacques Legrand too long, because he is on the softs. He'll have to pit in the next 5 to 6 laps. What I just saw just before the race start, I just saw Manu Dietrich is on a set of hard tires. So I think that is actually a very good strategy. He's in 9th already, so he's gonna have a long race on those hards before he needs to pit. I think that's a little bit of communication between the two Mercedes drivers. Unfortunately, Barry's out of the race. He's going to be gutted about that one. Interesting. We're going to see what happened in that start. I just saw a Mercedes go sideways and hit the wall. The two Ferrari drivers are in 10th and 11th, so maybe we're going to have some Ferrari on Ferrari action. Saying that, Sino goes on a move on Manu Dietrich, but loses the place. That will open the door for Rishan to take his Ferrari teammate.
I think the closest people at this stage is DBR here, having a battle here for his podium 3rd place with Lee van Rooyen. But I can see Avila, Lee and DBR, they're really pushing the cars to the limit here. Because Avila is trying to catch up with DBR and DBR is trying to catch up with Lee van Rooyen. So we've got a whole catapult system working here with these 3 drivers at this stage. So I actually hope that Nick Gishan can also pull up with this fight here.
Yes, and I saw Nick already has a 5-second penalty, so he'll have to push that Toro Rosso all the way. DBR gaining 7 positions again, just continuing his great form of racing. And now he's going on a move for Lee van Rooyen, and he takes the position. He is now in 3rd position, but very important to see he's on a set of softs, so maybe those other drivers will go longer on the sets of mediums. But yeah, we have our Barbie car in 2nd and 3rd again.
That's beautiful. We also have a couple there, but Wizard's Rule just broke up that Ferrari duo there at 10, 11 and 12th place, actually gaining another place for himself as well. And then we've got Eugene S44 in 8th place at this stage, started from 16th and now in 8th place, gaining 8 places, which is formidable, even standing on DBR's record of also gaining 8 places inside this race at Hungary.
100%, and Eugene flying the McLaren flag on his own, trying to score as much points as he can. I really hope he gets some good points for the McLaren team. Now, Willem, I realized early in this race, a lot of these guys have a lot of race pace. If you look at DBR and Wizards Rule, he was in 15th place, I think, and he's already up to 10th. So really a lot of race pace from Wizards Rule. And Nick Gishan goes into the pit quite early. Maybe he's going to go for a set of hards now and try and push those hard for as long as he can.
But you see guys like Lee van Rooyen, they're going to actually pull out from this in the long run with that mediums.
Well, I'm just going to try and get Boris into the comms box just to hear his take on those first few corners, but mainly I just want to get him into the comms box just to hear if he is helping his teammate Manu Dietrich, because I'm really interested in Manu Dietrich's race at the moment, on the set of softs. On the set of hard tire. I think that it's going to be, if it works out for him, it's going to be a master stroke from him if he can preserve those tires in 8th position, because everyone in front of him will have to pit way before
Lee van Rooyen span out there, sitting in 7th place, dropping 4 places. He's 6 seconds away from Eugene, 2 seconds away from Manu. So if Manu can hurry, you can quickly catch Lee van Rooyen on that. Oh, Lee van Rooyen going
Lee
in the
goes
pits there
into
with some
pit.
damage probably on the, I think it's the right front side of his end plate is missing. Manu gaining another place there, well done. We got Eugene standing on 10 gained places for breaking that record. We've got Nam Bulldog going up 14th, Rishan in 13th, and Itzmi Buddha and Itzmi Burnout. Oh, it's Burnout is still in 15th and 16th. The top three are still standing at JC Legrandsie, Tiger Bolt, and DBR. I see Avalach has gone up there, very close here with DBR. I think there was slight contact there for a moment, not sure. But I can see this is a very, very, very close tempered fight here between DBR and Avila. I think Savage Moses is also going to come into play here with Avila and them. Eugene is not very far off. But I would like Manu also to catch up with the pack a little bit. But the guys in front are pulling away quite considerably, with Tiger Bolt and DBR having at least a 5-second gap in between each other.
Yes, and Savage Moses also flying the Alfa Romeo flag alone tonight. Force missing out in the race tonight.
Yeah, we got
and
up for...
Willem,
oh, sorry.
Sorry? No.
No. Oh, is there something you saw?
I see Jacques Legrandsie is already 6 seconds in front of Tiger Bolt, so... somewhere someone will have to get a lot of race space too if they want to take this race away from Jacques Legrandsie. Jacques is just going to have to concentrate and keep that car on the track, and he will improve that gap every single lap.
I see Lee van Rooyen also went on the hards here at this stage, which is also a good idea. GJ Buerta also in the pit now. Also probably going with the hards. Yes, I see he's going to put on the hards over there. It's me Buddha going past him. Lee van Rooyen still sitting in 13th. Rishan in 12th. Nam Bulldog gaining 4 places in 11th at this stage. Nick Gishan dropping 4, sitting in 10th. Then we've got Senior Ghost in the counter Ferrari team there, gaining 4 positions in 9th. Wizard's first rule in... oh, Wizard's first rule just flew into that wall. Another spin out.
Such a nice race going.
Oh, that's a shame. I think this is a safety car. Yes.
Yes, now is the time. Now we'll
first safety car, and it's already lap 8. This is a new record.
Yes, 100%. Hopefully the only safety car, but this is gonna just get stuff back in track. This is the chance for the guys to get. I see the safety car. Oh, he's probably just waiting for our leader. Yeah, Willem, I think if Jacques Legrandsie goes into the pits now, it's going to be very interesting to see if the other drivers go on the same tyre he is, because you'll have to try and catch this guy and pull him in. It's the only way you're going to take this victory away from him. But the two, Tiger Bolt and DVR, are very good positions at the moment, scoring a lot of points, and I think that's going to bode very well for them in the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, I see, especially guys like GJ Buerta at this stage, sorry, Ismi Buddha and Lee van Rooyen. A lot of guys underneath 10th position are going to be grateful at this stage for the safety car still being out, because they can gain a lot from this. But I can see a lot of guys like Eugene, Manu and Senior and Avilach is going to get great pressure now as well, because the whole middle pack is forming up to one big pack at this stage. But I see there's a car standing still on the track.
Jacques Legrandsie just put on a set of hards. Willem, do you think he's going to try and go all the way, or maybe go with a set of softs at the end?
It's 15 laps. I would go for it. For 15 laps, I would have even, yeah, mediums was a little bit too little, but for a pair of hards, 15 laps.
25 laps.
Oh, 25 laps, sorry. Yo, my maths is very unclear there.
Very delicious, no. Luckily we are all racing drivers here.
Yeah, Yeah, we just count 4 tires. That's about it. That's all we need to know in 8 gears. So, yeah, we've got Avilach now in first place. JC Legrand's second. Eugene S44 climbing up to 13th place at this stage. I think he's quite happy with himself. And Tiger Bolt at 4th place. Manu in 5th. Well done. Sino Ghosts, our Ferrari brothers, is also in 6th place. Well done. We got DBR gaining another 4, sitting at 7th. Savage Moses for Alpha at 8th. Nikisha 9. Nam Bulldog, well done. Climbing 5 places in 10th place. Rishan in 11th place behind Nam Bulldog. Lee van Rooyen there in 12th. And Itzri Buddha and GJ Botha in 13th and 14th. So I think this is going to be... A lot of things are shaken up now with the front pack, especially the top 5. What do you think, Marco?
Yes, I think the guy who's going to be very mad about that safety car is going to be Manu Dietrich, because everyone was on softs and mediums, and it just gave these other drivers chance to go on a set of hards. Still in a very good position, because he's going to have to pit now in about 15 laps, depending on how much he wants to push those hard tires, and he can then try and get on a set of mediums. It's really interesting. I just spoke to Boris over WhatsApp. He's just cooling down a little bit after that start, so we'll maybe just give him some time. We all know the frustrations of crashing out, especially on turn 1. But yeah, again, I'm really looking forward to seeing Manu Dietrich's race at the moment. Avilach in first position on a set of mediums. Listen, if I was Avilach at this moment, I would be on the defense against Jacques Legrandzi. The only way you're going to stop this guy from getting the victory is to go on their defense. Saying that, not driving erratically when the guy has the racing line, not pushing him off the track, but Avilach will have to be very defensive, because Jacques Legrandzi, if he gets past him again on those set of odds, very hard to stop him.
Yeah, I think someone like Avilach must actually just stay away from that safety car, because I saw him once right off his car against the safety car. So let's hope that doesn't happen again, because I see he's quite close to that safety car at this stage. But as like you said, he has to be on the defense with JC Legrandzi being behind him. It's like Eugene and Tiger Bolt as well, and not to forget about Manu and Senior Ghost. Manu and Senior Ghost are basically going to be like hyenas if something has to happen in the top 3, because they can claim
100%.
that positions there. So being in the top 6 is actually the best stage for a lot of these guys, but they must keep the tires warm, that's all.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a mistake, sorry. But anyways,
All the way from Cape Town.
and we're back to racing. Avilach on first, JC Legrandzi cleaning up to that backside there by Avilach, pulling on the inside, and that's a beautiful... Oh, he's actually taking back that position.
I'm loving to seeing that from Avilach, not giving Jacques an easy pass. I think it would be worthwhile staying on this battle for a little while, but to see if Avilach can give Jacques any sort of challenge in this race. Yellow flag out again. I will see meanwhile what is going on. Manu Dietrich, my driver who I was looking forward to, looks like he has spun out. He is now in 14th position.
Oh, that's not a good thing. I see GJ Botha must also a little bit just climb the ladder here with this racing here.
Yes, I think something in his start also happened, because he was, I think, in 8th position, so something went wrong for GJ Buerta, or he maybe just pitted early, because I see he's on 4 laps on the hard, where the other guys are 2 laps.
Back to the racing. I see there's a lot of climbing going from Nam Bulldog, going from 7th, or in 7th at this stage, taking a position there from Lee van Rooyen. Let's quickly go down this middle pack, because I can see, especially these guys, Savage Moses, Nam Bulldog and Lee van Rooyen, very close to each other at this stage, all within less than a second, which is a very close battle. We've got Eugene just taking a position from Avilach from 2nd. So Avilach in 3rd position now, with Eugene climbing 14 positions all the way from 16th position. So let's see what this guys in the top 3 can do.
I see Mono Dietrich went for a set of mediums, Willem. Should it have not been a better strategy to go on hards, because then it will last him until the end of the race, where all these other drivers have to pit again. Now he is very far behind, trying to catch those drivers. He's going to go through those mediums at a very fast pace. Not a good Hungary race for the 2 Mercedes drivers at the moment. Lee van Rooyen gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits.
I see guys like Rishan and Itzpi Buddha titling up here between each other. GJ Buerta in a battle here with Rishan for 9th position. You see, anything in the top 10 is good points, but I see a lot of the guys are going out in the long run here, with all going with hards.
Just to give our viewers an update on incidents, I see the following drivers: GJ Buerta, Lee van Rooyen, Tiger Bolt, Avilach, Nick Gishen, Nam Bulldog, Nick Gishen again, It's Burnout, all have 5-second penalties at the moment. So that is going to influence their end of race results a lot. Eugene takes 2nd position from Avilach. I missed that one. So Eugene now trying to catch Jacques Legrandsie.
Hi Marco, can you hear me?
Yes, you're back, Willem.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't know what's going on with this microphone. Yeah, as I said before as well, we got Rishan, the 2 Ferraris in 10th and 11th place here. Oh, we got a spin out there from GJ Buerta. Okay, that's making him fall back quite considerably, but he has Senior Ghost with a lot of pace behind him as well.
On a new set of odds.
And I see Nick Gishen also with a brand new set of mediums, and Lee van Rooyen in 14th place with a brand new set of mediums. I think I can say it's going to be 10 laps now. Yeah, it's 10 laps now until the end of the race. And if we're going to, I think that mediums are actually in their comfort zone if you have to stick it out for 10 laps. And I see JC Legrandsie is still there with 5 laps under his belt with that hard tyres. Eugene is on.
We have a spin out from Rishan and makes contact with the, and luckily ghosted there. I almost saw a big crash at the moment. Luckily GJ Buerta just went through him.
I see GJ Buerta in top 10 now. Oh, we got a run out, if I'm correct. I think somebody ran past the ground there. Rishan is in 10th place, going into the pits. Got some in-plate damage there. A lot of guys like Manu Senior and Nick and Lee are going to take that position from Rishan now, if they are very close behind. Rishan sitting with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Yes, the guys getting a lot of penalties, so it's going to be very hard to predict these places at the moment. A lap ago I said Manu Dietrich is very far behind. He is already in 10th position, so he is flying on those mediums. GJ Buerta is the next driver. We just saw GJ Buerta making a mistake, so maybe... And I see a Ferrari driver going off track again. The two Ferrari guys need to calm down and just get some good laps without crashing at the moment.
Yeah, I see Eugene is on mediums that's at least 14 laps old. So I can see Avilach also there with a 14 lap old mediums there. So guys like Tiger Bolt and Savage Moses are probably going to steal those positions. But they need to build a gap between Tiger Bolt and Savage Moses as quick as possible just to get that.
Jacques Legrandsie is off track, Willem. We have a new race leader, Eugene, who has jumped 15 positions to first place.
Don't forget about the other guys behind JC Legrandsie. He's dropped a lot of time there. And I see Avilach is probably he's gonna benefit from this situation, hopefully.
First time we see Jacques Legrandsie showing any signs of being human in that Williams car and not being a real pumpkin man. Changes this whole race. I just wanted to say before I saw Jacques going off, Eugene doing a brilliant job in that McLaren. He is on a set of mediums that are 15 laps old, so maybe not in the greatest position when it comes to tires. When he and Avilach is going to pit, maybe Jacques is going to get that position back because he is on a set of hard tires.
Yeah, we've got a slight battle building up here between Nick Gieshen and Manu with the Mercedes. See, Nick Gieshen is actually gaining a lot of time with him. Is actually 0.05 of a second down. Lee van Rooyen also climbing a lot with Nick there. But the two Ferraris, Rishan and Senior Ghosts, are at least 13 to 14 seconds each. I think Senior Ghost is spin. Oh, he was in the pits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of them not doing. They lost the car and was cutting some grass. So the two Ferrari drivers just need to calm down and just try and get into those point scoring positions. Avilach went in the pits, Willem, and he is on a set of hards at the moment. I think I just saw a Mercedes facing the wrong way. Manu Dietrich and Nick Gieshen is out of the race.
How did that happen? Did you see that maybe?
I did not see that. I know for a fact Manu Dietrich was off track, so I do not know if there was a incident there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through the guys to see if I can see maybe anything there.
Manu Dietrich has damage because he is going into the pits on a set of 5 lap old mediums. Maybe gonna throw on a set of hards, and he's serving a time penalty. Yeah, I think the tier 1 drivers from position 8 and down just need to calm down and remember that there is points to be scored here. The guys driving really erratically and going off track. It's always nice to be competitive, but maybe go the safer route and try and get going for a move on the straights, and then going on a move on a tricky corner and crashing out.
Now we've got a guy like Savage Moses here behind Tiger Bolt, actually gaining a lot of place on him. So I think third place is up for sale here if the guys can actually keep it clean. We got Nam Bulldog climbing a lot of places, sitting in 6th place at this stage, starting all the way from down in 15th or 16th place if I'm correct.
Yes, and we had him in the comms box in Q1 when he and Rishan had a moment. So really glad to see Nam Bulldog keeping to his word and fighting all the way to the end. I think he has a time penalty, was maybe involved in an incident in that first corner, but he is doing a great job on those 16 lap old hards with his teammate Avilach behind him, who is in a very good position at the moment. When it comes to tires, he's on 1 lap old hards that's going to take him to the end of the race, where all of these other drivers will have very old hard tires come the end of the race. Willem, if you were in Eugene's shoes, what would you do?
Yeah, you see, you got 15 laps left, and he's sitting with a pair of... He's gonna go for softs. He's gonna go for a pair of softs after this. I
How
think
how
on
many
lap...
laps do you think he has to push?
He's gonna push it on lap 22, and then he'll put on the softs. Because or he's gonna put on another pair of mediums, I'm not sure. But he's actually pushing the luck of the mediums. Going 18 laps on the mediums on a short, very tempered track like this.
Savage Moses and Tiger Ball just switching positions constantly for third position. So great race going on there between the Alfa Romeo and Tiger Bolt.
Yeah, I see the other Racing Point driver DBR also lurking there in the back, catching up with Tiger Bolt and this other Alfa Romeo from Savage Moses.
And GJ Buerta going off track again. GJ Buerta really has to concentrate. He's in a very good position for scoring points. He has a time second penalty, so every time he goes off track, it gives guys like Itsumi Buddha a chance to catch him. Not sure what strategy Itsumi Buddha is going for. He is on a set of softs, which will not get him to the end of the race.
Yeah, the softs is a technical suicide at the end of the day, because you only have at least 8 to 7 laps on that tires, and you have to put on new ones.
Yes, Willem, I think you must just drive on board with Eugene. I think there's... Oh no, I see. Yes, Jacques Legrand is now on the back of that McLaren.
Yeah, I'm on the external viewpoint here between JC Legrand and Eugene. You see, I think that mediums are actually having the last of what they can offer Eugene at this stage. So JC Legrand is only... Oh, he's going for the move there, but he's pulling it in a way. I think he's going to take it either in the next corner or in the last corner on the main straight. I see the guys in front also going to lap the guys from Senior Ghost and Manu Dietrich, or only Senior Ghost for that matter.
Yeah, and this is Eugene has to try and keep Jacques behind him for as long as possible, because... And there Jacques goes for the move on the in.
Will that move stick? You can always lolly it
Yes.
from the inside again and just regain that position. Oh,
And
beautifully.
almost does just what you said. He's still on the back of that. Yes, I think this was great from Eugene. Although he lost the position, he made Jacques push on those hards. Jacques Legrand will want to go till the end of the race. There's still 14 laps left, so...
Yeah, you see, JC Legrand has got the technical upper hand with a pair of hards that he's driving. But I can see further on, the guys are not really that close. I've got Savage Moses and Tiger Bolt still fighting over here. Furthermore, the whole pack is really spread out very, very thinly. And then you have DBR with 4-second gap to Savage Moses and Nam Bulldog still climbing the ladder there, very far from Avila.
Ghost off track again, really not going his way this race. Let's just hope he gets to track without giving any incidents. Obviously for multiple warnings, that's going to cost him at the end of the race.
Yeah, you see, especially if I was Eugene now, I would have rather pitted now with a brand new pair of mediums. Rather gain that places with the lap times that you have left than trying to battle it out with a worn mediums.
I 100% agree with him. Because the more time he spends now out on track, the more Jacques Legrand will improve that lead. And with Tiger Bolt only 4 seconds and Savage Moses just behind him, Eugene is going to have a fight to get back to podium.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's really going to happen in between here. I would really like to see more battles between the guys, but at this stage they really thinned out. It's like, I think the only people that's very close to each other is Savage Moses and Tiger Bolt at this stage.
The top 5.
Yeah, I think that's basically all. Savage Moses is the only contender at this stage that has the opportunity to gain a podium. So if I was him, I would really concentrate on this race point and just try and equally get the most power out of my car as much as possible.
Yes, and Tigerbolt has a 5-second penalty, so Savage Moses already is gonna automatically have that position if he himself does not get any time penalties, or if Tigerbolt has served these penalties.
Yeah,
So
I see.
Savage Moses has a very, sorry, but has a clean race at the moment. If he keeps it like that, and he goes third, just when we say that, or he was third, I think DBR is on.
Oh, I see. Eugene has actually just come out of the pits in 5th place with a pair of softs.
Yeah, you called it, Willem.
Yeah. You see, this
And
is
this
going to be a
battle for second position,
very fast strategy that he's going to pull off here.
well, those hard tires are very old. 14 laps, not maybe just past midway on how much they still have to give, but Eugene is going to be super fast on those softs. And when you have Tigerbolt and Savage battling like they are, it's always when two guys battle, they are slower. So maybe gets a chance there, and then DBR is also lurking in 4th position.
Yeah, Marco, just excuse me for 1 sec.
No problem, Willem. Jacques Legrand is still leading this race. Only made one mistake so far in this race. 6 seconds ahead of Tigerbolt at the moment. Then we have Savage Moses, who is on the back of Tigerbolt, constantly changing position. So those two drivers are having a very good race. I hope Savage Moses has a team member or someone in the comms box with him, and as I say, that he also gets a 3-second penalty. That's going to take away his advantage over Tigerbolt. But yeah, if Savage is listening, he does have still a slight advantage of Tigerbolt having penalties, so just keep it clean and he will get that place automatically. But this fight for second position is far from over. Our two Haas drivers in 6th and 7th, they are scoring points at the moment. Nam Bulldog on a set of fresh mediums, so the two Haas drivers are going to have a battle for 6th place in the next lap or so. And then 17 seconds, little bit disappointing for Lee van Rooyen today, it's not working out for him. Had a few incidents and saw a few penalties from him. Eugene goes fastest lap of the race so far, so he really is trying to catch those top 4 drivers as fast as he can. He has 10 laps, maybe about 5 laps left of fast lap times on those set of soft tires. Nam Bulldog takes the position from Avilach. Knowing these two drivers, I don't think it was team orders, I think they are racing. But then again, also very seasoned campaigners in the game, maybe not risking it, and knowing Nam Bulldog has more pace on the mediums, trying to go and catch those front drivers. DBR has a 3-second penalty, so these top 4 drivers are racking up the penalties at the moment.
Yeah, I see I see some ghosting going on around the track. Maybe it's internet lag or something like that with certain guys. But yeah, I see a lot of internet problems happening tonight as well.
I think, Willem, it can also be drivers overlapping, because we have drivers who are very far behind our leaders. So it's just maybe the game making sure there's no incidents of a guy who's in last place taking out our race leaders.
Got
Eugene
Eugene
goes fastest again.
We got GJ Botha in 10th place, still there on fresh mediums. 4 laps old. It's me Buddha. It's me Buddha off the track into the wall, waiting to reverse for the clean track.
Let's hope he keeps it clean. Maybe reset to track is a better option than reversing. waiting for the drivers to come past and get onto track nice and clean. And Eugene gets a 3-second penalty. Our top 5 drivers are, like I said, racking up the penalties. I think the only driver who does not have a penalty at the moment is our race leader.
Yeah, we've got Nam Bulldog still leading Avila with 1.5 seconds, but I see the 2 Haas members, 6th and 7th here. A good points opportunity for the Haas team as well. And I see especially for Avila and Nam Bulldog just to keep these 2 positions, because these 2 positions can actually sum up a considerable amount of points for both team members.
100% Willem. I think we're just right on board with Eugene. He is catching DBR at a very fast speed, and then the podium is next for him.
Yeah, I see his lap times are increasing considerably with every lap. I see Savage
Safety
Moses
car out, Willem, on lap 27. Savage Moses out of the race.
Did anyone maybe see what happened there?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see anything at this stage.
He is on a set of old hard tires, Willem. Maybe a lapse of concentration, maybe the battle with Tiger Bolt heated up a little bit more. That puts our 2 Barbie car drivers, Tiger Bolt and DBR, on pole position, with Eugene right on there. Willem, what do you do? Do you go into the pits and throw on a set of softs?
If I was not with a 1 lap cap, I would have just continued normally, finished the race, car clean, 1 piece, no problems for anyone. But if I was in a position where I was a few seconds behind someone, I would have done it. Then I knew I could have gained. But Eugene's strategy here is considerable, because he's gaining every lap, he's gaining a position. He's behind DBR now with at least 500ths of a second, and he's definitely going to get that position before the end of this. Oh, everyone's going into the pits now. Maybe he's going in for a new pair of softs. I see DBR, Tiger Bolt. Oh, Tiger Bolt and DBR is going to double stack this pit stop. So let's quickly see if they can... Oh, they've actually perfected the double stack technique.
Do you think Eugene did the right thing going into the pits there?
Everyone is going in there. I think you're not going to lose, because everyone has to regain the pack. So you're not...
Bulldog now into 3rd position.
I think Nam Bulldog's going to stick it out here. There's not a lot of laps left. He's 8 laps old mediums, and Eugene did what, 22 laps on the mediums? So he's in a very comfortable position here, with Tiger Bolt not very far away from Nam Bulldog. But I see Eugene is quite a contender to try and catch up with Nam Bulldog at this stage.
Willem, I think on 5 lap old softs, if Eugene stayed out, he would have a good lead on these other drivers. Jacques Legrancy went for a medium tire. I hope it doesn't cost Eugene the race, because he was flying on his softs, unless he got damaged somewhere. But really, yeah, I think at the moment he's the driver to watch at the moment. And Tiger Bolt, who can catch Jacques Legrancy on the mediums, but unfortunately Tiger Bolt does have a lot of penalties at the moment, so even if he gets that position, I think Jacques, without his penalties, is maybe gonna keep that 1st position.
I see It's Me Buddha is trying to ride around the whole pack to regain his position there in 10th place. Especially with Manu as well. Both of them have to ride right around the track just to catch up with this whole pack. I see It's Me Buddha is disqualified. Manu is disqualified. I don't know really what's going on here.
But Manu Dietrich still is in the session. I'm not sure what
Savage
is going
Moses.
Savage Moses crashed out, Willem, but Manu Dietrich is still in the race at the moment. I think that's a Codemaster.
Another Codemaster glitch. Nick Gishan has left, but he has been gone for quite a while.
Lee van Rooyen goes up to 6th position. Nam Bulldog goes into the pits. He maybe realized he's going to be a sitting duck on the mediums.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot of laps left. I'd rather push it with the mediums, regain with the pack, and have the best 5 lap of your life.
Yeah, I think Jacques Legrandzi must be very careful here not to get caught in a battle with Tiger Bolt. Again, if he has someone helping him and feeding him information, it's maybe better to let Tiger Bolt pass, because Tiger Bolt has so many penalties at the moment. It's not worth getting into a battle and being taken out of the race.
Yeah, I don't know how the tempers are on the track at this stage with the drivers, but yeah, everyone is on each other's tails at this stage. So let's wait and see if they actually can get this race to a finish with at least 10 cars on the track.
At the moment, 5 aside from our race.
The 5 drivers consist of the whole Renault team. It's Burnout Wizards Rule, Nick Gishan from Toro Rosso, Savage Moses there from the Alpha. He had a great race there with Tiger Bolt and DBR, I think.
Yeah,
And then Barry's...
We'll have to find out what happened there.
Yeah, and Barry's going out in the very first corner of the race. Very, very, very sad to see that. But we got the safety car still going for another lap. But I can see the guys are getting very tense behind each other. They should just ease back, give each other a gap.
Yeah, it's not worth driving off your front wing, Willem, but when this safety car comes in, I think we're going to have a few laps of utter racing, just waiting for GJ Buerta, Itzmi Buda and Manu Dietrich to catch the rest of the pack. So we can have some more racing.
Cena Ghost is still a lap behind, still keeping the spirit there. He must rather finish than just quit the race. He must just finish the race.
No problem. If 2 drivers go out the race and crash out now, he still scores points. So he just needs to keep that Ferrari on track.
Yeah, I'm sticking on board here with JC Legrandzi. I see Rishan has got another 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits.
Yeah, I think the 2 Ferrari drivers have plus 2 hours on the track at the moment with all the penalties. Willem, while things are calming down, your driver of the day so far?
You see, my driver for the day, I'll give it to Eugene. Eugene S44. He's him and Nam Bulldog are for me at the tie at this stage with the considerable amount of work they actually placed into this race to get where they are at this. I see the safety cars coming in this lap. We've got a very bunched up pack there. Hopefully no wings will be lost.
I'm just going to keep here on Tiger Bolt. I think this race for first place is going to heat up a lot. Just to add, Willem, I think, yes, my driver of the day so far is also Eugene, but I think this race with 5 laps to go still has a lot of surprises left for us.
Marco, I totally agree with you. This next 5 laps is going to be like an all-out 5 lap a year. So the guys must go flat out and see what they can do here.
And we already have GJ Buerta in the pit, maybe losing a front wing. That's going to cost him maybe a point scoring position. And the fight for first place is on.
I see Avelach losing a place there, 5th place to Lee van Rooyen there from the Red Bull team. DBR still sticking to his original place. JC Legrandzi there and Tiger Bolt on neck to neck on this stage. I think all the drivers are going to give their all now at this stage, especially Eugene and DBR on each other's tail there as well. Lee van Rooyen is also going to just catch up on the back of this group and just see where he can get himself into. But this top pack is at least differentiate with each other with at least 400ths of a second. So anything can go in this next 4 laps. Oh, Lee van Rooyen going very wide there. Avelach is capitalizing at that stage. Nam Bulldog creeping up to Avelach as well. Rishan giving his all there. He's got It's Me Buddha there, right on his tail as well. Manu Dietrich flying towards there, It's Me Buddha. GJ Buerta and Senior Ghost giving their all just to catch up with that pack at this stage. JC Lagrange pulling a slight gap there. They were 500ths of a second away, but at this stage he's already a second ahead of
and
Tiger
goes
Bolt.
Fastest lap, Willem. Maybe he is more comfortable on a medium than on the softs because he just did our fastest lap, and all these other drivers are on a set of softs. So really great from Jock sitting in. And like I said earlier, Tiger Bolt and Eugene do have between 3 and 5 second penalties, so Jock just needs to keep it calm. If the guys want to try and pass him, they must make the move. DBR getting another time penalty, so really I think the time penalties are going to have a big impact on our race result tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have a nice battle here between the two Haas members from Avilach and Bulldog here. I can see they getting very close to each other at this stage. Manu is at least 7 seconds behind Nam Bulldog, so he's not going to gain very much. But we've got Rishan gaining on Manu Dietrich as well. But I'm rather going to focus on this battle here between Nam Bulldog and Avila. You know, we're sitting on lap 32 now, going on lap 33. So at least 2 laps, give it to all. This track at least takes a lap to build up sufficient ERS just to get...
Avila goes into the pits, Willem.
I think he must have had damage there. I'm not sure. I think he touched...
And speeding in the pit lane. Avila is not going to be happy with himself at this moment.
He's serving a penalty. He's serving a drive-through penalty. That was probably him and Nam Bulldog trying to get each other up the ladder as fast as possible. But Avila is still 9th place, just to get 1 or 2 points for the Haas team itself. Nam Bulldog sitting at 6, gaining a lot of points.
I think Avila will still move a lot higher because Manu Dietrich and Rishan have a lot of penalties, so I think he will maybe jump 2 places at the end. Nam Bulldog getting 3 second penalty, and we have a yellow flag sector 2. Don't tell me it's a Ferrari. Senior Ghost out of the race. I don't know when that happened. Eugene and Tiger Bolt fighting for 2nd place at the moment. Eugene on the back of Tiger Bolt.
JC Lagrange is building up a 2 second barrier already. So let's say this race is already JC's, but I can already give it to Tiger Bolt and Eugene for the 2nd and 3rd place.
And Eugene going for the move on the inside. Let's see if he can stick the move. Tiger Bolt gonna have track position coming out of the corner. Great stuff. And losing the backside a little bit, giving Eugene that 2nd place.
Yeah, I see DBR is also coming into the loop. And Lee van Rooyen also very close on DBR's rear at this stage. At turn 4. Nam Bulldog closing up on Lee van Rooyen. I think he's going to give his everything here. He wants that 5th place from Lee.
2nd position is heating up. Tiger Bolt just went for a move again on Eugene. So Tiger Bolt not giving up on 2nd place at the moment. And that gives DBR and Lee van Rooyen a chance to catch up. With 1 lap remaining.
JC Lagrange is sitting with a comfortable 2.5 second lead, which I must say is incredible with what he's accomplished in 2 laps.
On a set of mediums to add.
And we've got Lee van Rooyen here pushing on to DBR. He wants that 4th position. We've got Nam Bulldog right on the tail there from Lee van Rooyen. Manu is quite far away and Rishan, but I'm going to stick here with Nam Bulldog and Lee van Rooyen. This is the only battle that's going to happen in and between DBR, Lee van Rooyen and Nam Bulldog for this last lap. Oh, Nam Bulldog going into the rear of Lee van Rooyen there. I think there was just a slight miscalculation between the 2 drivers there. Lee van Rooyen pulling fast away there just to catch up there with Nam Bulldog. See Nam Bulldog giving the position back to Lee van Rooyen respectively. But I think the fight's going to continue. It's not going to just end there.
Willem, I think we're just on board with Jacques Legrand, who is coming around the last few corners. Our race leader, qualified pole position, makes it 2 out of 2 at the moment if he can stick this last corner. We saw in Tier 2 that the last corner can cause some dramatic end.
Jacques Legrand, well done for winning the Hungary round 5.
Looks at the moment we have not gotten someone who has been penalized for. Lee van Rooyen goes 4th, Nam Bulldog 5th, DBR looks like he had a lot of time penalties. Manu Dietrich with a great drive in my opinion in 6th position, made a few mistakes and kept going. DBR 7th, Avilach 8th, Rishan in 9th at the moment. Let's see if It's Me Buddha or GJ Botha can upset the cars.
Yeah, we're just waiting for It's Me Buddha and GJ Botha to finish up there. And
driver
then
of the day for me, Eugene Willem. Great drive from him, gaining 14 positions. I think Jacques Legrand lost it. My driver of the day with his little mistake today. If he did not make that mistake, he would be my driver of the day again. But I think Eugene did a great job. Great strategy.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that soft strategy worked for him. And he really pulled a big rabbit out of the hat for this race. And I must give it to Jacques Legrand for keeping up the constant professional manner of driving that he did tonight. And I must give it out to all the guys that made it and did not made it. Well done for the race. Good luck for the next one. And I must say we're going to try and get Jacques Legrand and these guys quickly into the commentary box.
Willem, can I just ask you to unlock the chat party again? Just because we had a...
Yes, we are dead. Okay, it's open.
And get Eugene, Tigerbolt.
But I must say it was a funny and exciting race between the guys as well.
Yes, a lot of incidents. I think we are going to have our hands full again with incident reports.
As I see the penalties here, there was a lot of penalties served out for the guys today. Some guys even earning up to 26 seconds in penalties. I think some guys that's going to cost their teams a lot of money when it's concerned to tires. It's going to be It's Me Buddha, GJ Botha and Cena Ghost. All pitted 5 times during this race. Or 4 times, sorry.
Enough. It's a surprise they brought enough tires, Willem.
Yeah.
Okay, Willem, we have our 3 podium position finishers. I see Tigerbolt is with us. If I have it right, he got 3rd position.
Yeah, let's start with our race winner, Jacques Legrand. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing?
I think we just have a few lag problems, Willem. I'm just waiting for the mics to show that they are talking to us.
Do we have number 2 here, Eugene? Is Eugene here?
There we have Jacques.
Oh yes, Jacques. Hi. Jacques, how are you doing? How was your race tonight? I must say Williams must actually get a water bottle for you in the next budget meeting, so then you won't sweat that much. Since you just asked Claire to give you a new bottle.
Jacques, I think tonight we saw the first glimpses of you being human and not being a human rocket car. Jock, we said in the last few laps, I was hoping someone was giving you information or you were listening to the stream, because you were almost the only driver who did not get any penalties. So well done on that. So even if Tiger Bolt or Eugene would have managed to pass you, I think with their time penalties, you still would have gotten the race win. So great job, and well done on the set of mediums. It's astonishing the times you get out of those tires. Oh well. Soft, medium or hard, it looks like you are fast. I think if you even go on the rims of the car, you will still be fast. Jock, enjoy the victory champagne and looking forward to Belgium. Okay, our second position winner, Eugene, are you with us? Evening, Eugene. Congratulations, you are both commentators driver of the day, gaining 14 positions on your way to second position. Very interesting question I have for you. What was your mindset on the going to pit on that safety car just before the end of the race? We saw your tires were 5 laps old and you were doing very fast lap times. Did you maybe see that you weren't going to be fast enough at the end to maybe keep the other guys intact, or? Yeah, we mentioned our new feature that's coming to the FTR League, where we have Tier 2 drivers helping the Tier 1 drivers as a race mechanic. So I'm glad at the McLaren team you guys are already implementing that, because it's going to help you guys a lot. Well done on representing the McLaren, Eugene. I think you had a brilliant race, and I think we did not ask the public, but definitely my driver of the day.
Yeah, I must agree with you. Yeah, Eugene, you had an excellent race there, especially with what you did and accomplished today. And I must say it was very, very well fought between you and Jacques Lagrande. There were some tight incidences, but I must say you and Tiger Bolt, you kept it all honest from the beginning to the end.
Thanks, Eugene. Enjoy the victory. Not the victory, but it is a victory for the McLaren team, scoring a lot of points on your own.
Yeah.
Also enjoy that champagne. And then last but not least, the person who is almost every time in our comms box at the end of the race is Mr.
Hi.
Tiger Bolt. Hopefully after today's race you're going to keep this podium, and the guys are not going to send footage or anything. I really hope for your sake that you keep this podium, because you are one of the top drivers. Avilach said it in the Tier 2 commentary. You are a very fast driver, always, doesn't matter where you qualify. Just take us through your race. We saw a lot of guys getting penalties. Just to get your view on why. Is it people pushing too much? Is it the track? What did you experience during the race?
Yeah, I think it's a track with people just pushing just a bit too hard. Just if you slow down a bit, you won't get that much penalties. I got a penalty under the safety car, so I'm really not happy about that. But I corner cut, not sure what happened there. In the beginning, I got a 5-second penalty with collision with Barry's. I served it in the pits, so that wasn't too big of a problem. But already, luckily, spoke to Barry's and he said I was innocent there. So yeah, that won't come back and bite me later on. So yeah.
And I must say, especially you guys from the Racing Point team were exceptionally fast today. So I must give it to you and DBR for battling a very good strategy between the racing point. So are you guys planning on anything special for next weekend?
Probably just the same. We practice a lot, especially starting like Sunday. We start and put in the hours, and it's showing right now. So I'm very happy about that.
Okay, that's good. Well done again for the race tonight. And I must congratulate on all the top 3 drivers for having such an exceptional race. And for everyone else who attended tonight's race, thank you very much for that. It was a good, clean fun for everyone tonight. For some not. But that's for us to sort out behind the scenes for me and Marco after this. We're gonna type like some old administrative clerks in the hospitals now for all the steward reports. And yeah, so then we'll see you guys again next week for Belgium. We're gonna have Eau Rouge there.
100%.
The Devil's big fork for certain drivers.
Crashes coming.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't know what the weather's going to be in everything for next week, and it's also a very big track. It's a very competitive track with a lot of racing heritage at Spa. So we'll see you guys again next week, Wednesday, for round 6 at Spa. So I would like all of you guys to have a wonderful evening. And anything further from you, Marco?
Yeah, thank you, Willem. Just want to say thank you to the viewers for bearing with me and Willem tonight, being on our own, off the leash from Sheldon's guidance. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next week.
Thank you very much. See you guys next week.